Happy Wednesday to you, beloved friend. I hope that you're having a wonderful day today. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Libier. I make videos every week on faith, fashion, and beauty and inspiration all throughout about my life. I am a woman that loves God. I love fashion. I've been blogging about fashion for 5 years now over at Libier.com, and I love to share my life with you in hopes that it would encourage your everyday life. I pray that my brokenness would encourage your healing, that my healing would become yours, that the wisdom that God gives me, He would augment in your life. I hope that this channel is something that will encourage your everyday life, for you to know that you're enough, and that you would know that there are steps to creating the best life you can possibly create. And I hope to become under you and help you and uplift you to be able to do that. Thank you so much for considering subscribing to this channel. I never take anybody for granted. I'm so grateful if you decide to hit subscribe. I know that the responsibility is for me to lead you well, and for me, leading means coming under you and supporting your life. I don't presume to know better. I just want to share what God has done for me in my life in hopes that you would be encouraged in your own life. If you're a returning lovey, thank you so much for watching. I'm so grateful for you, and thank you so much for coming back to the channel. On today's episode, we're gonna have a heart-to-heart. I decided today would be a good conversational video because there's been a couple of things happening in my life, and I thought, oh, this is too good not to get it on camera, because I know that we women face a huge issue, especially in this culture, and that is that we see so much of other people's lives on a screen. We see so much of what other people have, and then we in turn look at our lives and look at our hair, look at our nails, look at our face, and we're like, oh my gosh, I don't look like her. I must not be enough. I must go and buy this and buy that and do this and do that so that I can finally feel worthy, that I can finally feel value. And I believe that those are lies that we're being fed, and lies that we can say no to. I obviously love all things beauty. I love skincare. I love makeup. I love fashion. I love being able to be a woman and wake up in the morning and have the opportunity to sit down and do my makeup and take care of my skin. I love waking up in the morning and having clothes. I'm so grateful that I have a closet full of clothes that support my life. What I do not love is when those things get me. Here's my little story. I hope that within my story that you find encouragement in your own. I titled this video, Watch This If You're Considering Botox, because I have been considering Botox in my life, and here is what I've come to the conclusion of. There is no judgment for anyone who has either already chosen to do Botox or will choose in the future to do Botox. I myself might even choose to do Botox in the future. But here's the story, and I don't believe I have the right answers, okay? So just know that I'm not coming from a place of pride or knowing it all. I don't know it all, and I do make mistakes, and I'm just a human being. But this is what I have found through my perspective, because I have wanted to get Botox in the past 3 months. Here's my story. I do television. Every 2 weeks I go on and I do segments about fashion, beauty, lifestyle, and inspiration. So when I'm getting ready for television, all of these thoughts are going through my head, like, is my makeup okay? Do I look fine? Do I have boogers sticking out of my nose? Do I have something in my teeth? All of these thoughts about my image are going through, the gamut of my mind, trying to figure out if I look presentable enough for TV. The old me would be uber critical of myself. I've come a long way. I have had a long journey with God, going from a little girl who was very, very scared of and unsure of herself. I had low self-esteem. I struggled with self-harm. I struggled with bulimia. I struggled with not believing in myself and not understanding that God loved me just as I was. He has taken me from that environment to now flourishing in an environment that says that he loves me for who I am, not for what I do, that he created me in his image, and that I am beautiful to reflect his glory and not for my own glory. That I get to say that I'm beautiful because I am saying, good job, creator of the universe, in what you created. So I've gone from self-hatred to loving who I am because of God loving who I am. I have come from a place of low self-esteem to Christ-centered self-esteem, which means I don't have an esteem based on my own self, because sometimes I'm great and sometimes I'm not. Sometimes I have it together, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I feel really attractive and beautiful. Sometimes I feel ugly, disgusting even. Sometimes I felt disgusting in my life. I felt like I haven't belonged anywhere. I felt like I looked in the mirror and I could see 100 billion reasons why I shouldn't like myself. There's a crack in my tooth. My eyebrow goes low. I'm having a little bit of issues now with seeing some lines and wrinkles in my face. I smile and these things don't go away. Do I get filler? Do I need braces? Do I need this and that and that and that and that? Right? These are the things that have come up in my head as I'm getting ready to be on TV. And I'm sure if you're a woman watching this, you have possibly gone through some of the same struggles and same questions as you are getting ready yourself. We all look different. I know this. We all are different. And I believe 100% that every one of us has beauty to offer. No matter what you look like, I believe that God has made us all beautiful. What the world says is attractive, that's different because that's based on the thought of a person. But I believe that you are beautiful because God made you in his image, and he is beautiful. He made you specifically, exactly the way you are, for a purpose and with a purpose. And I want to think that of myself too. So, as I was considering Botox, I even made the appointment for the Botox. And it was because I had these little lines right here, okay? When I go like this, I look at myself in the mirror as I'm taking my pictures for the Instagram or the blog or whatever. And once you start criticizing your pictures, once you start with one thing, man, it could really spiral downward to so many other aspects, right? I told my husband, what do you think? I am considering doing Botox. And he said to me, Libier, you are beautiful. And I love you just as you are. And I'm not going to tell you what to do. You decide. It's your face. But I do believe that once you start that, it's going to be really hard to stop. And I considered that, and I got a little defensive, and I said, oh, I can do it, and then go years without it and probably do it again. I was trying to justify and to make myself feel better about my decision about doing Botox. Again, please don't take this the wrong way if you have had done Botox or if you're considering it. I know we're all at different parts in our journey, and like I said before, I might consider it in a few years from now. But here is the resolve that I found in my soul as I prayed to God. I said, God, is this the best decision? Is this the wisest decision for myself and for our finances? Is this the best use of the resources that you have given me? And what I believe God has shared with me, and the revelation that I got in my heart, is that I have to see myself with different eyes. I have to put on different glasses and different perspective. I have to, first and foremost, before changing anything about myself, I get to tell myself that I'm beautiful, that I am enough in this very moment, because from the love and respect that I cultivate with myself, and I can only do that with myself as a relationship, as I have this relationship with self, right? We have thoughts about ourselves, and we can either partner with those toxic thoughts, or we can say, no, you know what? I don't want to think that way about myself anymore. I want to believe that I'm beautiful, and I want to believe that what I have is enough right now, and that I can do something different perhaps. You know, right now maybe I can start with a cream or something. If these lines bother me, maybe start with something else that's not as invasive as Botox for myself right now. So I decided to just look up alternatives to Botox, and I found a few different serums that I'm gonna give a shot because I do believe in getting better, right? I feel like there's this huge juxtaposition between loving who you are and being grateful for what you have and the body that you have, and seeing yourself in with a new perspective, because that does change a lot of your actions and your reactions toward yourself, and you almost have to coach yourself every day and pep yourself up. It's like showers, you know, you take them every day, but you take them every day because you need to. It's the same thing, the spiritual hygiene. Spiritual hygiene has to happen every day, and I know that I have to be reminded every single moment that God loves me just as I am, that I was created in His image, and that He created me on purpose, with a purpose that only I could fulfill. And I want you to hear that, and I want you to believe that you were created in the image of God, and that He made you beautiful, and He made you exactly the way that you are, for a reason and for a purpose, with purpose, and on purpose for you to create something that only you can. I do believe that you have beauty to offer the world, and that before you consider doing anything to your face or trying to change you, I pray that you would first just invite God to minister to that heart, that wound that possibly says that you're not enough. I pray over you that you would know that before you need to do any changes to yourself out exteriorly, that you would allow God to do the inner work in your heart and in your soul and in your mind, that He does best. He is a master restorer. He restores all things, and He does it in a way that is just miraculous. And I'm praying for you that whatever hurts you have inside, that He, with the balm of His perfect love, would just gently massage them and gently just call you into His love and call you into His cherishing atmosphere. Because when you're in His atmosphere, you flourish. You flourish because you know you're loved. You flourish because you know you're wanted. You flourish because you know that you are seen and you are accepted just as you are. Thank you so much for watching this video. I love you so much. I hope that you have a wonderful week. And I hope that you come back next week to see what we are doing, what shenanigans we're up to. Please let me know on the comments down below if there is any questions that you have for me, anything that I could answer you through a video. I would love, love, love any recommendations for content that you would like to see on this channel. I love you. You are beautiful. You are wanted. You belong, and you are seen. I'll see you next week. Adios. Adios.